guys, I'm back again for another video on how you can make your own guitar. So the next thing we are going to do is we are going to shape the neck. So you see I shaped roughly the heel. The headstock is ready. We glued the fretboard in place and now we're gonna shape the neck. How I make my guitars, it's not a typical C or D or V-shaped neck, it's more an X shape. This neck is for a bass guitar, but you can use the same method for any kind of guitar. An acoustic guitar, electric guitar, no matter, you can use the same method. First of all, we are going to do some calculations for the X shape. So we know the neck at this moment it's just a plank. We are going to calculate how we can remove as much as wood as possible with a file or a rasp, but not take too much wood. So we are going to draw a picture of the neck at the 1st fret and the 9th fret. Then we're gonna draw some lines on the neck itself, so we can visualize which pieces of wood we can scrape away. So first we're gonna make an X and Y axis. So that's the X and the Y. I measured the neck so I can draw it very quickly. So this is the bottom, the side, I'm drawing the whole neck now, but when you calculate it you only need the half of the neck, because of course the both sides will look the same. So this is the Y axis, this is the X axis. On the piece I'm drawing the lines is the fretboard. You see the top of the fretboard is underneath the X axis. Our X shape starts over here in the half of the fretboard, so this piece we don't need for the calculations. What I've done next is, this is the center point. You set a line, this must be a straight line of course, and you measure how broad your neck is from the starting point on the X axis, and then you're going to do the same but on the Y axis. So you get 3 lines, 1, 2, 3. Those 2 lines are next to each other. That's because it's a bass guitar. It has a slightly different neck. On a normal guitar, an acoustic guitar, or will it be an electric, those 2 lines are more separated. It makes it a bit easier to calculate. So what we're going to do next is draw some dots in the shape of the neck, and we must put the 2 lines always on the 2 axes. So the dot, the line of the X axis must stay on the Y axis and otherwise. So now we can put a dot over here. So this will be one piece of the neck. I started in the middle, but you can start any place you like. This is a bit easier for a normal guitar, just because those two lines, as said earlier, are more separated. Now you can connect the dots by a line. It's a curved line, of course. And this will be our neck, the shape of our neck. So we know the shape of our neck. We have the edge of our neck as it's now. We're going to draw some lines. Always take from the center of the two axes through the edge over there, and now with our square we can draw a line, and the line should fall. The line should touch the shape of our neck. It's a bit difficult to explain, but it's a very handy method once you get to use it. Now we're gonna measure the distance between these 2 points. So it's 2.1 centimeter, and again, and that's 2.2. Now we can mark this point and this point on our guitar neck, and we know when we connect these 2 points, we are not taking too much of the wood, and we are going to do the same over here and over there. And then we should again draw some lines touching the touching our X shape of the neck. And now we can calculate again this distance and this distance on these two distances. So first we are going to take this piece off, and then this little piece and this little piece. After that we're gonna scrape with a scraper blade the edges, and then just some sanding, and our neck is almost finished. This is for the first fret. Of course, when you draw this drawing on the guitar neck, you have to draw it on both sides. It's the same on both sides. So now I'm going to do the same for the 9th fret.
This is the fretboard. This is the starting point, and our neck comes over there. And it ends over there. this is the fretboard. This is a half of the neck. Now I'm going to do the same as before. So maybe starting over here. That's the X. I think now it will be more visible because as with the normal guitar, these 2 points are separated some more. So the Y on the X-axis and the X must stay on the Y-axis. So you see, it's a bit more easy to see. Now we are going to calculate to draw the same lines over here. It's 2.8 and over there 2.5. Then
so preparations are almost done. These distances, I'll measure them when the first piece of wood is removed. So now we are going to clamp our neck. So this is how I clamp my neck. I have a long straight piece of wood with some holes in it. I can use the holes to screw the neck on the wooden plank. I've added some rubber over here so I don't damage the fretboard. At the neck, at the headstock, I have some triangular piece of wood so the headstock can also be clamped. Now we are going to redraw the drawings on the 1st and the 9th fret. Okay, so I drew the drawing onto the neck. This small line is the center line. These are the 2 lines I drew. And this over here, this line is the other line. Dus now we are going to remove the whole piece of wood on both sides of the guitar. On the other side, the second line also. So this is the second line over here. So first we are going to remove those 2 pieces of wood. And maybe it's interesting to tell, this plank should be smaller than the neck of the guitar, so you have easy access to the whole piece. Okay, as you can see, I finished one piece, this side. Now I can calculate the piece of wood at this corner we are going to take away and at this corner. But first, of course, take this piece of wood away. Maybe important to tell, maybe no one has noticed it, but I draw the neck in double. So when I said it's 2.2 centimeters, that's double, so the neck will be 1.1, just to be sure. Now I'm taking the other piece away. It goes very fast. Okay, worked a bit further. This side I've done everything with the rasps, so it has now 5 edges. You see the first one, it's the underside of the neck we started from. This one is one of the latest sides I've scraped away. This one is the first I scraped away, the 3rd side, also one of the last, and then the edge of the neck itself. The other side we've only scraped the first away, So it has 3 edges. First, the one I scraped away, and the side of the neck. These lines will be the pieces I scrape away. What I have to do now, so you can see it's this piece and this piece, and then both sides should be similar. Okay, I did both sides. What we are now going to do is, with a scraper blade, I'm gonna bend it. We are going to scrape the corners away. Very smooth. Scraper blade is a very handy thing. You can use it as you like. Pull it or push. For this it's way easier if you pull it, because you see what you're doing. Maybe it's not that visible on the video, but you can see where the scraper blade is touching the wood. It's more easy if we turn the lamp like that. You can see the shadow. For the final stage, we are going to take some sanding paper. And now it's very important. You have free access on both sides of the neck. We're gonna bend the sanding paper totally over the neck. First, the sanding paper only touches the corners, because it's not smooth, not round at this moment. It only touches the corners and takes just a tiny little bit of wood away. But later on in the process, it will leave an even, flat, smooth surface. I'm gonna draw some lines. It's a very handy technique. Draw some lines, and when you just cross one time with the sanding paper, you'll see where it touches the wood, where it removes some wood. A little detail: always, not only you go up and down with your arms, also go forward and backwards, because otherwise you have the risk of removing wood just on this piece of the neck, and in the end you don't get a straight neck. Now you can see where the pencil lines were gone. That are the places where my sanding paper touches the wood. So over here, pencil lines are almost totally gone. Just a bit more work. Maybe now I noticed how I clamp my recorder. I should make another video from the start and show the whole process. But that's for another guitar, I guess. So let's see. A lot better. Here at the side line, in the middle, but it's getting better. To start, I use some 20 or 120 grit. It should be enough for this shaping. Afterwards, we're going to use some finer sanding paper, like first 240 and ending with the 400, maybe 360 in the middle, something like that.